Okay, so now we think it's good and we're ready to clear, right? Wrong. We think it's good. We don't want to think. When it comes to stuff like this here, custom colors and tight blends, we don't want to think it's good. We want to know it's good, okay?
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right. Well, Trigger Man, back in the lab. And today, what do we have here? Today, man, I'm just doing a quickie on my personal vehicle. This is paint code 46V, but I added a layer of pearl into it, as well as a coat of flakes into a clear base coat just before the actual mid coat, candy coat of the 46V. So I got this little spot here. It was a little bump. Something happened there. I had the PDR guy pull it out for me, and I never really felt like painting it, so I just touched it up with something, and it just looks like crap. It's been on here for months that way. So I finally got a slow day at the job, so I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see if you can get a look at it. Yeah, this looks like crap, man, right in the middle of my door, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm gonna do. Got my base, ProSpray base, got my mid coat, got the flakes I got here, these gingerbread holographic flake. That's what's in there. Very, very small flakes, so you can hardly see them. And then I also have a bronze pearl. What is it? Did spade? Yeah, so got that. Tape. I'm gonna use a superfine pad, a little 320, and we're also gonna do this one with the LPH 300. So this is a little, not the minigun, the LPH 80. Then there's the LPH 300, and then the LPH, I think there's another one too, LPH 50 or something like that. But we're gonna do this one with the LPH 300. There's a 1.2 tip in here, so something small, controlled, you know, just to blend that out, blend it out, blend out the base, blend out the pearls, the flake, mid coat, and then we're gonna clear the whole door. So that's the game plan. So let's see what we can do, man. Some of you guys keep asking me, hey Trigger, we want to see you prep a car. Well, here you have it. Hey man, when I tell you my prepper, she is so damn fast. When I'm in the booth painting one car, I mean, she has 2 or 3 cars ready. Like, I really don't have no time to prep. So basically what I'm doing here, I'm using a piece of 320 on a paint stick, just trying to get it smoothed out, feathered out. Feels okay. So there's no bonder or anything under there. Just want to get it flat. Going with my 3M superfine pad. I love those little pads, man. They got ultra fine, super fine, and fine. Yeah, ultra fine, super fine, and fine. Different grades. I like to hit the panel, the whole panel first with it, and then I'm gonna sand the panel with a soft interface pad with 800 grit. Sometimes I just find it easier to sand it with the DA once it's scuffed up a little. And I don't do that on every vehicle. This is my vehicle, so I want to make it somewhat right. So I'm just hitting the whole door with 800 on a soft interface pad. And trying to make sure there are no burn throughs. I do not need the headache. Give it a quick blow. And the steps I do here is pretty much what I do on any vehicle that I'm prepping. I use a lot of water. No, I don't use a water-based cleaner. I just use water. A whole lot of water. I want to kill some static, use some water. Then my grease and wax remover. And you talk about getting clean jobs, dirty jobs. Again, you'll see the things I do in this video are a little unorthodox, don't strain much, and the job came out exceptionally clean. I mean exceptionally clean. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. So we're gonna back tape and seal off the door. And no, I'm not removing no door handles, no molding, no trim. I just want to make this quick, man. You know, I just want to make it quick. It's a last minute decision. First I washed the car and that little thing was sitting there looking at me, looking like I got a whole day, Friday. Let me just get this thing right. And this is pretty much my procedure on every vehicle I prep. I don't get to prep that often. My prepper is really fast, so I'm in the booth painting one car. She has like 2 or 3 cars ready for me, so I hardly ever get to prep. And she never calls out, so it's not like she even misses days for me to go and prep something. I mean, she's good, man. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, start out with the base for the 46V, which is like that coral type color. And actually, I strained it, and we're just going straight into the gun. I'm not even gonna put a cup to do this. So here we go. Here we go. Don't try this at home. And remember, we got a 1.2 in here with the iWater LPH 300. So let's go. And ideally, you would want to put a sealer on here, but because it's my personal vehicle, I'm not trying to put sealer and go further and further and mess around and get out towards the ends of that. Like, I'm not trying to make a big project out of this. I just want that little thing fixed. So, you know, ideally, the perfect way in a perfect world is to put a little sealer, but I ain't put no sealers. There you have it. Okay, now here we go with the, I can't even call it mid coat, but here's gonna be the bronze pearl over the base. Again, straight into the gun. Ooh. Oh, woo-ha. All right, all right. Okay, here we go, same step. The flakes directly into the gun, and then here we go, here we go, here we go. And that's all. We just want a little bit of flake. Mini micro. This is a microest flake. Like you can't even really see it in the camera once it's done. You got to really be up on the car and you see the little flakes in there. That's how I like it. I don't like all that. Matter of fact, let me put another coat. But I don't like all that heavy duty flake flingering big old chunks of flake. Like, nah. I want it to almost look like it's just a metallic paint job, you know? Notice I said, I don't like all that flake flickering around. Let me put some more flake. Goddamn trigger, man. Now we're gonna put the actual red tinted mid coat over everything. So this is where it gets a little tricky. Okay, so like I said, this is the stage where it'll be a little bit tricky. Fan pattern check, looks good, let's go. My first coat, I try to keep right on top of that base. The base and pearl there. That's my first coat. Try to just keep it right on top of that. Second coat, a little further than that base and that pearl. Now, the third coat, I'm gonna go ahead, come out a little more with it. The time when I painted the vehicle, I put three coats of this in there. Was I spraying heavy coats that day, light coats? I don't remember. So this is what I gotta do. Okay, so now we think it's good and we're ready to clear, right? Wrong. We think it's good. We don't want to think. When it comes to stuff like this here, custom colors and tight blends, we don't want to think it's good. We want to know it's good, okay? So, I mean, I'm 90% sure if I just cleared that, we would be good. But I'm not going to risk that on my own car. You know what I'm saying? I can't be a painter riding around looking like a checkerboard. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take some clear base coat, you know, your base coat blender that we normally use. I'm going to put a coat of that over the entire panel. And that's going to give us the look to see like, okay, it looks good or it don't. We need a little more mid color on there. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so after spraying the clear base coat over it, I can tell it was just a tad bit lighter. So I'm just gonna go ahead over with it, another coat of the mid coat. And again, see, that helped. If I had not done that, if I would have just cleared it, I wouldn't know this. So just another nice coat over it, still not going out to the edges, and that's it. So now we cut the lights off. I got a little spotlight here, and we're gonna give some more insurance to make sure it's right. You know what I'm saying? Putting the clear over it, that clear base coat, that was gonna give us a little idea, but now this will go ahead and solidify it and know like, okay, we're 100% there, or we're not. So see what it looks like here. And that looks good. I'm 100% comfortable with clear coating that. So I'm gonna let this sit up for about 10 minutes and we're going ahead and mix up some AmTech. I gotta put a fast on this because I gotta drive this sucker home today. So we're gonna mix up some clear and we're gonna do it, man. all right. That's what we're looking like. That's what we're looking like. All right, all right. And as you can see from the tape, there's no paint made it out to the edges. No paint on there. Only paint, you see, is right around here. Got heavy here, lighter, lighter. So everything is right in there. So there should be no color changes to the outside. And that's it. Glad that's over with. This thing has been, that little thing has been sitting on there, man, for like 3 months. And I didn't want to bother with it because I knew it was going to be a task to do all these different steps and stuff. But I'm glad it's over with, man. Glad it's over. Hope you enjoyed. So I'm gonna let it sit up for like an hour and then I'm gonna put it out in the sun and see what it's looking like in the sun. All right, that's what we're looking like. Outside, outside, outside. Looking good, sun is shining, sun is shining. Coming from this door, right there. You can't tell a thing. You can't tell a thing. It's looking good, man. I doubt the camera's picking up on the flakes that are in there. Those flakes are really flipping, looking nice. But, yeah, so that's it, man. I am 100% okay with that. Again, the right way to do it by the book would be, put a little sealer on that little spot that was there. You want to put a little sealer. Again, it was just down to the base. It was the white base under this. I painted the whole car. The car was white originally, so that's what it sanded back down to. It wasn't like it was bare metal, but you still want to go ahead and put some sealer if you can. That's the right way to do it by the book, But this shows you that it really ain't no big deal. You can get away with it. If it's a small, tight spot that you're trying to do, like I was doing, I didn't want to, what I'm saying? I wouldn't have about a chance of that going into the doors, panel painting. No, sir, not me. Nobody got time for that. But yeah, man, so that's a wrap. The LPH 300, perfect size gun for this. Small job, nothing big. I think that gun's like 7 CFM. Did a damn good job with a 1.2. 1.2 with the LPH. Yeah, so that's a wrap. And remember, it's only a spray gun. Now go have fun.